This presentation explains the intent and purpose of Core Requirement 4, Legal and Other Requirements. One of the strengths of the R2 standard is that it goes beyond borders and complements existing national and local laws. R2 facilities are required to identify and comply with all environmental, health and safety, or data security regulations that apply to their specific facility. The various laws and regulations are based on the type of work the R2 facilities do, the materials received, and their local jurisdictions. All identified legal requirements are to be included in the facility's legal compliance plan. In jurisdictions where regulations for electronics recycling and reuse may not be fully established, R2 helps to fill in the gaps. The requirements in the R2 standard serve as a framework for safe and environmentally sound practices, regardless of where a facility is located. It's important to note that legal compliance extends to all operations or locations in the control of an R2 facility. Examples of this could include a second collection site or warehouse location, or items that are brokered or contractually managed by the R2 facility. Because much of electronics reuse and recycling relies on a global network of processors and downstream vendors, an important aspect of Core Requirement 4 is import-export compliance. R2 facilities are required to verify the legality of all transboundary shipments made by the facility or by downstream vendors that receive their equipment or materials. Proof of legality is an important tool for preventing electronics from being illegally transported and is foundational to the R2 standard. This is also important to suppliers who understand the consequences of improper handling of electronics and don't want their retired assets to end up in a toxic landfill or be the source of a data breach. R2 certified facilities provide confidence to their suppliers that all electronics will be legally and responsibly managed throughout the entire downstream chain. Core Requirement 4 also includes several social responsibility requirements. Child labor, which is defined as dangerous and harmful work that interferes with schooling, is prohibited under R2, as is forced labor, where a worker cannot leave or terminate employment freely. Prison labor may only be used if it is voluntary and compensated beyond room and board, and skills are taught for gainful employment after release. Core 4 also requires a non-discrimination policy calling for the fair and equal treatment of all workers. In summary, Core 4 requires facilities to comply with all legal requirements that apply to their specific operation. This includes environmental, health, safety, and data security regulations, as well as laws governing transboundary shipments of electronic equipment, components, or materials. For more information about the R2 v3 standard, visit the R2 Knowledge Base on the CERI website.